Hello all you people out there in TV land. My name is CB Studios, also known as Kurt, and it has never been a better time to be a mask collector and a fan of the horror genre in general. This one's going to be a bit of an interesting one, a little bit different from what I would usually do, and I just really wanted to go through as today, this morning in my time here down under, Trick or Treat Studios have released their 2024 calendar for all of their offerings that they're hoping to put out in this 2024 season. And I've got to say, I'm super excited. I'm really keen to see any new licenses that they do and already have grabbed, and really just to get some of these pieces in my hot little hands, because there's a few of them that I'm really excited about. So, today, come with me while I bring up my trusty internet browser and we take a look at the offerings for 2024 from Trick or Treat Studios. Let's jump into their catalog. We have our cover page for the catalog. It's really nice. So we've got that vac formed orange pumpkin bucket and the Trick or Treat Studios logo. Let's jump in. First up, right away, we've got Ghostbusters, which is super exciting. We've got a couple of the metal signs, the Ghostbusters parking and the Spook Central signs that we saw last year. But we've got some new pieces, including the Library Ghost. We've got the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and we've got Slimer. Those look great. And we have the new Ghostbusters sign. Now, if you follow Ghostbusters news like I do, Jason over there was advised that it's a 19-inch square vac-formed light-up sign. Super cool. We've got the new Goosebumps range. We've got some new vinyl masks, apparently, which is very nice, which are really cool. We've got some great classic stuff. There's a Welcome to Horrorland sign, which is really cool. I think that's a sign. We do have a sign, as well as their current offerings of like the Haunted Mask and Slappy and all that sort of stuff. So all the classic Goosebumps stuff that we've come to expect from Trick or Treat Studios. We've got the John Carver mask from Thanksgiving. Now, I haven't seen Thanksgiving yet. It's on my list, but we don't celebrate Thanksgiving here in Australia, so it's a little bit less fun. However, we do have Twisted Metal, and I really enjoyed that show. I loved Sweet Tooth. I thought it was great. Character was great. Character design, the mask, awesome. So can't wait to see the pieces that we get out from there. And we get into the bread and butter for Trick or Treat Studios, which is Halloween. Now, if you guys have been following Trick or Treat Studios, last year we did have the announcement that they were going to lose some of their licenses. Specifically, I believe Halloween 2 and Halloween 3. So we won't see much of that in here. Actually, if we go back, we do have our Halloween 2 Michael Myers mask is just in there as a deluxe Myers. Their economy Myers and the economy without hair. Looks like they're just going to be Halloween 1 branded masks, and I'm fine with that. They're still cool. They are their Halloween 2 offerings, just as Halloween 1 branding. Looks like we've got our Trick or Treat pails and all of their standard knives and the costumes and stuff for the Trick or Treat Studios for the Halloween license, which we've seen before. We've got Halloween 4 is still represented really nicely. There's some really nice masks in there. Looks like they've updated their catalog photo for the Halloween 4 standard Michael Myers mask. We've got 5, 6, Halloween H2O and Halloween Resurrections. Nothing new there at all. Looks like the same stuff that we've seen before. We've got our Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends, our David Gordon Green trilogy. And again, nothing new with that. Still some really solid offerings with those. And in fact, just up here, he's just out of frame, is my Halloween Ends Michael Myers mask, which I'm a really big fan of. I really like that mask. We have our Rob Zombie Halloween and Halloween 2 masks, and a couple of knives, and we do have the new Young Michael Myers clown mask, which is pretty cool. Might pick one of those up. We got some great Texas Chainsaw offerings. We've got some new teeth, and finally that Poulain chainsaw replica is out, so that's real cool. Can't wait to see one of those in person. It's going to be really nice. And I do believe we are the 50th anniversary of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre this year, so lots of fun. We have some new pieces. Specifically, we have the Pretty Woman costume with mask, which is new for 2024. And we have a vinyl Pretty Woman mask, which is very exciting. I do love that. And it looks like we've got a vinyl of the Killing mask as well. I will try and pick up a vinyl Killing mask because latex masks do rot here in Australia. I think I've been over that a bunch. Not a whole lot new on this page. We've got some new teeth, the return of Nubbins last year, which is very exciting. We have new for 2024, we've got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning, the muzzle mask. You'll have to excuse my really piss-poor scrolling on this, but that's okay. You can deal with that. And we've got the new Netflix Texas Chainsaw, as well as the Texas Chainsaw Massacre mask from Gun Media, which is the video game. So, super sweet. Got some great hammer pieces. They were out last year. None of that really seems new, I don't believe. And we've got this nice little page of Lon Chaney masks from Chaney Entertainment. Really, really nice. We've got our new pieces on this page, which is Lost Boys and Beetlejuice. Now, I do believe that the Lost Boys masks, as well as the Beetlejuice masks, are vac formed with hair attached, so they're a hard plastic. And then Sloth does look like he has a full head latex mask, so that's pretty great. I do love seeing some 80s representation. That Beetlejuice mask specifically looks incredible. Very, very cool. We've got our Mortal Kombat and The Conjuring, as well as The Exorcist, and it looks like that's a new Reagan mask. And I would bet dollars to donuts that that's going to be a vac-formed one as well. A Nightmare on Elm Street is the same Freddy Krueger offerings we've had previously. Looks like we've still got the mask-only options, as well as the masks with hats. We've got the Freddy Krueger gloves, which I wish we could get here in Australia. And now some pieces that I'm super, super excited about is we do have Don Post 1984 Freddy's, which is really, really sweet. That's got a fantastic paint job. In fact, I've got one of the 2003 reissues up here, which I love. I love that sculpted mask. That means it's been on the market now since 1985 or 86, which is pretty cool. Hasn't been on the market for nearly 20 years, so super, super stoked to be able to pick another one of those ones up. And then we have the 1993 Elusive Concepts Jason Goes to Hell Jason mask. Now, just to touch on this really quick, that Jason doesn't mean that they've got the Friday the 13th license, and it doesn't mean that they've got the Jason Goes to Hell license. This is specifically an Elusive Concepts mask, which means that they've got the rights to that mask design, but not to the branding. So we're not going to see much more in the way of Jason stuff in this catalog, but we will see a couple of cool things later on. We have It, Corpse Bride, Gremlins. It's all fairly standard fare. We've seen that before. We've got Gremlins 2, the new batch. We've got some new Gremlins stuff here, including all the little Mogwai. We've got Mohawk, we've got Gizmo, we've got George, we've got Lenny and Daffy. We've got the signs, which are classic pieces for Trick or Treat Studios. And some great Scooby-Doo stuff. None of the things that I'm really super keen on. I'm much more of a live-action Scooby-Doo fan, but we'll see. That could look cool. Our Hobbit and Lord of the Rings offerings. Some great pieces, but nothing brand new there. House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones. Could not care less about Game of Thrones. We got Thundercats. Some new pieces from Thundercats. We got the Rankin Bass masks, which are quite cool. And some G.I. Joe. Dungeons and Dragons, again, not something that I'm super into, but they're very, very cool if you're into them. And Toxie from the Toxic Crusader. We've got some great pieces there from Troma Entertainment. Tromaville sign. We got the Return of the Living Dead range, which is really nice. We got some Terrifier pieces. It looks like our new one is the Hacksaw. Terrifier 2, which looks like some new art masks. We've got our brand new Crow offerings, which I believe are also of the vacuum-formed range. And we've got some new Nightbreed pieces, which are basically just Dr. Decker's knife and his little straight razor. Clockwork Orange, Hellraiser, The Strangers, and The Shining. All standard fare, all very, very cool pieces. Creepshow and Carrie. We've got a Phantasm range this year, which is really nice. So it looks like we've got some masks there. We've got the Tall Man and a Phantasm Ball. So if that's chromed, I'm going to pick one of those up. That's really cool. The classic masks from Haunt and our Romero range, our Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living, and Day of the Dead masks. Very neat. Some Zombie. We got Sinister. We got Svengoolie, some Candy Corn. We got our Saw range again. They're back with the Billy Puppets. Very nice. Some costumes, Reverse Bear Trap. We've got the Jigsaw skin masks as well. And then some stuff from Spiral. So very neat. Evil Dead offerings are the standards. They've been offering these for like a decade now. Really cool stuff. Great masks. I do love that. I've actually got the Evil Ash. You can see him up there. Very, very neat. And Trick or Treat. So we got some Sam representation. We do love some Sam. Twilight Zone, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and Hellfest is all pretty standard. Krampus and Silent Night, Deadly Night. And the return of the Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I don't remember if these were in last year's catalog, but they are in for this year, so super, super cool. We got the costumes. I'd love to get the Shorty costume at some point. That'd be really fucking fun to wear around at a con. We've got our Ghoulies, masks, and puppets. It's fine, it's just Ghoulies. Some Jeepers Creepers, a great costume design and a great mask ruined by a terrible, terrible person of a director. Rocky. I'm getting in shape, so maybe I'll have to get some of the Rocky pieces at some point. Probably not. New for 2024 is the Kiss range of masks, which I'm torn on. They look like they're pretty decent sculpts. They are vac formed with hair attached. The Gene and Paul look okay. Paul definitely needs some more hair up on top. The Spaceman and Catman, so Eric and Tommy, or Peter and Ace, depending on how you want to look at them. They're fine. Just fine. I wish they were latex like the old Elusive Concepts ones. That would have been great. We have some Ghosts, as always. It does look like they've removed that really cool looking Papa 4 that was teased for last year, and we've just got some standard stuff. Back to the Cardinal Copia look for Papa 4. They're fine. I need to pick up another Papa 3 because mine rotted away. The scepter, the staff there that he's got is really, really cool. If you guys can get it, it is awesome. Check out my Papa Emeritus 2 costume video for that. They're still doing the Papa 2 robes and mitre. They're still doing the Cardinal Copia costume. And our standard latex and then resin Meliora Nameless Ghouls. They have discontinued the chrome Nameless Ghoul and Ghoulette masks. We got some Maiden. Everybody loves some Eddie. There's a lot of Eddie. We got Snaggletooth from Motorhead. We got Vic Rattlehead from Megadeth. Crimson Ghost, or I'm not quite sure what he's called. I guess he's the Crimson Ghost, the guy from the Misfits. We got a nice big page of Rob Zombie there. All the House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, and then the standard Rob Zombie stuff, as well as 31. Haven't seen 31. If you have, please tell me down in the comments. I'd love to hear if it sucks or not. We got some Justin Maybury originals, and what I really want to draw your attention to is just down the bottom here. Just down the bottom here. Oh, well, we're not going to get all the way over there yet. But we have the Hillbilly, which is just a Part 3 Jason, it looks like. So, stoked. I'll take that. We got some more Maybury originals, and down here we have our Killer Goalie range. Now, these are really interesting, and from what I've heard, they actually originate from a Part 6 blank. They look very accurate. We've got 4 different flavors here. We've got the white, the antique, the goalie in glow, and the goalie in clear, and you best believe I'll be picking up a fuckload of these because they look incredible, and they're going to make for some excellent custom hockey masks. Chamber of Horrors look like some old school, what do we got? The Toxic Shock Zombie, or the Shock Monster, sorry. And we've got classic Don Post masks. A couple that I am really keen for is the Death Cyborg, which is their 1970s Darth Vader knockoff, and the 75, which is just their classic Kirk, which was under the Star Trek license. I don't believe they've got the Star Trek license anymore, but it looks like they're getting around that by using the Don Post Studios licensing, so excellent with that. We've got our glowing ghoulies, so our glow-in-the-dark Don Post range, and oh my god, look at that. While they've lost the Halloween 3 license, they have not lost the Don Post license. So we have our Don Post Halloween Trio, which is the Skull, the Witch, and the Pumpkin from Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. But as they are Don Post masks, they can sell them under, and it's all of their Halloween 3 stuff is just under that. They can sell them as Don Post Trio masks, Halloween masks, and not Halloween 3 Season of the Witch masks. So if you missed out on picking up their cool stuff from last year, you've got your opportunities to pick all those ones back up. That's great! I love that that's still on the market. I was super worried when they said that they'd lost that license. We got some Elusive Concepts masks, including the Metal Lunar Man. Very, very cool. Or the Metal Lunar Mutant, I should say. Very nice. We got some classic Trick or Treat Studios originals, which are always awesome. We got a lot in there. That classic Skull, the Vertigo, which throws my head off, and I hate that. We got some more accessories, including those sick mask stands. I'd love to buy some at some point. We got our Bite Mares Horror Teeth, which is awesome. And then the wrapping paper, and our Halloween holiday ornaments, and more ornaments, and there's some Gua stuff there, which is neat. Our busts, which is also cool. Not really anything that I'm super into. The Werepups, which are also great. The Returning the Living Dead. These are back into our action figure ranges, and so they're between the Scream Greats and the 6th scale. Papa Emeritus 2 6th scale figure, which I'm going to have to grab because that's fucking rad. We've got all of our flavors of Michael Myers, which is lovely. Terrifier, Art the Clown. We've got some Leatherfaces there as well. And then our Scream Greats range, which is more action figures. I'm not going to go super into the action figures on this one unless you guys want a separate video on that, because I'd love to break down some of that. This is going to run really long anyway. We're into our enamel pins, which is fun. I do love those. We've got some scare fresheners, which are also fun. Really love those. What are we at with that? I don't quite know what we're at with those ones. We got some Gua pieces. Got some G.I. Joe, some Halloween, classic Halloween imagery, all that sort of fun noise, but it's all paper and ephemera. We got some magnets and some new Ghostbusters pieces. So we got some keychains, which is really, really neat, including the Sedgwick Hotel. Goosebumps bags, which is sweet. Halloween and trick-or-treat bags. And we've got some games and some candles and some other little bits and pieces at the end here. I'm going to skip through with that. But our final thing that I want to touch on is our lookout for the licenses later in 2024. Army of Darkness, which I would be very, very surprised if we didn't see an Evil Ash costume or mask coming out towards the end of this year, which would be excellent. Maybe they will finally pull through on doing their life-size chainsaw. We may see some old Bump in the Night pieces being remade for that, which would be really, really neat. And that's it. That's our Trick or Treat Studios catalog for 2024. That is some excellent, excellent offerings from Trick or Treat Studios for this year's Halloween season. I'm super excited to see the return of the Halloween 3 pieces because I do love Halloween 3. We've got some excellent stuff on the horizon with Army of Darkness, I'm certain, but we finally get a re-release of the Don Post Freddy Krueger. We've got a Part 3 Jason as a hillbilly under mask, so I'm going to pick that one up for sure. Those hockey masks are super exciting, and dear Lord, the return of so many of those Don Post masks. It's really, really cool. Thank you very much for watching today, guys. I don't know if you guys like to geek out about the Halloween catalogs like I do, but I really, really love seeing this sort of stuff. I love seeing what they're bringing out. Trick or Treat Studios consistently hitting home runs with their Halloween offerings. Thanks very much for watching, guys. If you liked this video, please drop a comment down below. Tell me your favorite thing, what you're excited for most in this release of Halloween props and masks. If you'd like a video of me breaking down the offerings of action figures from Trick or Treat Studios, do let me know as well, because I do love talking on and on about action figures. Until next time, guys, stay groovy.